Hi guys, it's Christy with Christy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for the collective. Now, why does your old flame want you back? All right, well, there is love in this. They haven't put down something here. Let's just see here. With the wands, this is some type of breakdown or emotional trauma. It's like a collapse. It's trying to do too much. So bending, like it's almost like burning to or bending at the will or bending. I don't know what this is. This is like burning both ends of the candle, like just too much exertion. Hmm. It's almost like not real ready to take on this new relationship. Like there's still things they're holding on to here. So let's just see what. Wow, there's a lot of love here, though. So why are they resurfacing now? Why are they resurfacing now? They definitely aren't putting down the burdens, or they're not able to get out of whatever pressures or obligations they may have at this point. Yeah, they're dissatisfied about that. It looks like they're inspired to take action. They're kind of like excited about this situation. They're dissatisfied, maybe because I feel like maybe they're wondering if you've let something go, if you're going to be dissatisfied. They're dissatisfied if you say no, is kind of what I'm getting with this. And they're wanting to put down those seeds. They're excited. They have that enthusiasm and want to explore this new opportunity of a new, with the idea of a new relationship. There's love here. So why are they surfacing now? They want to fight for this. So it looks like they want to take action on this as a new beginning. And it looks like despite whatever happened that they may have done to you, they may still want to fight for this connection. Okay. So 1, 2, 2, 4 is what I've got. And then we have 1, 2, 2, 9. Those are kind of really sticking out to me for numbers. What did they feel but never maybe said to you? What did they feel but didn't say to you? Look at this. Lovers. Now, so much love that maybe they weren't ready to let you go. Maybe they realized here just how much they loved you after they lost you. Yeah, they're still hanging on to your energy here. They are manifesting you back. They have all the tools to do it. They may be a major manifester here. This might even be something you've manifested yourself here. So I feel like they're not letting you go is pretty much what this is telling me. That what did they feel but never said? They never wanted to lose you in the first place. Okay, so what they think has changed about the connection. What is it they think has changed? After you left, they maybe didn't put you as a priority here, and they feel in a negative manner about that. It's almost like watching you walk away was one of the hardest things ever. It's like 1, 8, 2, 8 might be something of significance for angel number meanings. Oh, they didn't team up with you. But this kind of like I want to say like maybe they just lack that teammate connection with you in terms of uh, I kind of feel like it's almost like a decision they didn't team up with you for some reason. Maybe they felt you were out of their league, that you wanted to be single, that you didn't want to team up with them. What is this? Yeah, they want another chance at this. They've realized the truth about you. They're transformed something after an ending here. So, hmm, what do they think has changed? I feel like they excuse me, they should have put you as a priority and they didn't team up with you and maybe felt maybe you were out of their league, maybe that you wanted to be single, or maybe they were acting like they were single. Maybe they thought you were too emotional, too clingy. Maybe I feel like almost like maybe you were giving so much. Maybe they didn't put you as the priority. Maybe they put themselves as, maybe it was all about them. They're seeing a truth here and they're trying to transform it, or they want to. So what are they knowingly or unknowingly still carrying from the past? What are they still carrying with them? Okay, so right now that they maybe we're money motivated here is what I'm getting. They want to heal this connection with you and maybe even give you an offer, tell you they want to provide for you. They want to have you feeling content and fulfilled here. I feel like with this, yeah, despite all the disappointments, they're wanting to have another chance here. They're feeling more, I feel like, lucky at this point, yeah, to maybe have some type of connection where you actually build something together, a bit of a legacy that you're going to carry on. Maybe you have children with this person, maybe you don't. Maybe they want to have children with you, maybe you both don't want to have children. Whatever the case is, when it comes to this is kind of passing down the torch to the people that you have in the next generation after you're gone, or what you want them to inherit. And it's almost like you're passing down a lot of luck as well, or they are. So let's see. It's almost like they knowingly or don't know from the past that it was all about money for them, or what they were building, and then they didn't make the priority of putting you first. It's almost like they knew that they were, maybe they didn't realize it at the time, but now they're seeing it quite clearly, is what I'm getting, that this was something they maybe didn't realize they were doing. It was more motivated about money instead about love when it came to you, and they didn't team up with you. They should have put you as the priority instead of whoever else they may have, or maybe they were acting as if they were single here. Maybe they thought you were acting as if you were single. What is this? So, yeah, they're looking at the past here. They're still wanting that brand new connection with you. And they're quite knowing that you have that intuition. And I feel like with this, you know what happened in the past. You might even be looking at this differently. I feel like the hangman may even show up in this. I get the sense that there was a pausing and reflecting and some type of awareness, and maybe even realizing that you may have changed your perspective of this person because of what happened. It's almost like they ticked all the boxes, but they didn't stand behind those attributes. Like they just didn't give that part to you for some reason. What's their intention? Yeah, they don't want this to end. That's for sure. They don't want this to come to an end. There's this lack of closure for them. Um, they didn't put enough effort into this. Now they're feeling like they're closed out from you or blocked from you. Let's see what else. Maybe that you have more options, that you might choose someone else. And they're facing their desire of how they're really feeling about all this. So, what is their intention? What's their desire, hope, or intention here? Um, the motivation for their return. They're thinking, oh, about the attraction that maybe you both have towards one another, the passion. Oh, look at that. They're even thinking about taking that leap of faith with you, or they're wondering maybe if you will. Look, they have the courage and they want that long term relationship. So interesting enough, this person is having another look at this, seeing the potential in this. So, wow. Yeah. equal give and take. They're willing to give more this time. Um, what do you see clearly now that you maybe didn't see then when you were in love with this person? That they are your emperor? You are their empress. So let's just see. Maybe about the conversation. How about your boundaries? I feel like you're quite serious about certain things, about conversation you may have had with this person. You're seeing maybe about the communication, and this may be why they cut you off or you cut them off, is because of maybe, you know what I'm getting at? Maybe they omitted some things, but that's the same thing as lying. So I feel like there was a truth here that they learned about the old flame, or you learned about your old flame. So there was some type of truth that you learned about them, or you're seeing them in a different way here. And it's kind of funny that that's showing up because that was what I was feeling with the hangman. It still could come out, but it's still getting the same message here. What is it that your heart remembers about this person? Ooh, the lesson. You're thinking about the lesson that maybe you learned. Wow, that there was this happy connection that you may have had. You may miss this part of it. Maybe it was his family or her family. The balance, maybe there was maybe needed to be more balance, or there was some balance that would return. It's almost like that peace and that love and the family oriented and responsibilities and the kindness and the whole thing wrapped around family. Family, family is what I'm getting. Wow, your person's showing up as your counterpart. Wow, there was something that massively happened here to change everything. Okay. So, what does your heart remember? It remembers the sudden, I feel like, acknowledgement of how this ended, maybe here, or some type of truth that maybe came to the surface. So, what is your soul protecting you from when it comes to this old flame? What is your soul protecting you from when it comes to this old flame? Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm kind of getting, there may have been some anxiety here about this breakup and somebody being emotionally available. So I feel like it was about recovering for you from this broken heart and being able to give your heart to somebody that is available emotionally for you. And it may have been about emotions that this person maybe skimmed over or didn't want to listen to you when you've had a problem. You just wanted to voice, not for them to fix it necessarily, but just to voice it, to get it off your chest, to get it out there and let it go. So it's, oh, what is this? Okay. I'm getting you're winning now. I feel like you're getting this. They may have maybe you're it's almost like with this five of pentacles in reverse, it's almost like you're recovering from a loss or you're overcoming adversity here when it comes to this broken heart. And you're still willing to give somebody a chance here. And this person maybe is trying to show you that they are emotionally available, that they want for the two of you to win financially as well. And maybe the purse strings were held over your head a bit. Maybe you didn't make as much, and so they therefore got to decide things, or maybe they looked after the money side of things, and maybe you weren't able to buy the things you wanted to, or there was this disconnect here when it came to money. Yeah, it was almost like a betrayal. Um, I feel like if you put your money together, they went and spent it on whatever they wanted to, and it was your money as well, and you didn't even have a say in it or something along those lines. You felt betrayed. You didn't feel like you were part of the team. Isn't that weird? It's funny that that's coming up to me. Um, what is this return meant to teach you this time around? Look at that. There's that hangman showing up for you to pause and reflect. What is this? Have a different perspective now that you, oh, maybe see this person differently? You're not wanting to build. So interesting enough with that Ace of Pentacles, I feel like this is, you feel as a poor investment to put that resources into this person, that you would lose money doing this. I feel like you you know that when it comes to this, that this would be a poor decision. Let's see one more. Yeah, to walk away from this, run. um, what does this energy of this connection look like if they were to return with you? Wow. Okay, so I feel like there would be anxiety, there would be no right choice, the truth would be revealed, there would be some indecision here. You'd just be crying and have a lot of anxiety, and there'd be arguments. So that kind of really nails it down for me about which way you might go with this collective. Yeah, those boundaries are going to be put up, and I feel like you have the upper hand here when it comes to this, that you can decide for yourself whether you want to do this or not, but this is pretty clear about what you'd be facing. And if they had a hard time deciding if they wanted to be with you and they had like a wandering eye, if you will, if maybe something better was going to come along, I feel like you had a lot of anxiety about that. And there may have been a lot of arguments about that. This same conflict is going to surface with that tower showing up. Let's just see what kind of love there's so much that they're saying about love towards you, or how they're really feeling the loss of you, yet there's nothing going to change here. So it's almost like you just be jumping back into a repeat of what you already learned. And is this a test to see if you'll go back? Is the question. Is your heart feeling towards this person? You had real feelings for this person. You had that psychic connection. You knew what they were feeling. You knew what they were doing. You knew. And it was about your self worth. This is about having that respect for yourself, that you are enough despite what anybody else thinks, especially this person. And maybe you put a lot into how they treated you, was how your self worth was. I feel like, when it comes to going to war, let's say, at least you know who the adversary is, who the person you're up against, the enemy, if you will. Okay? But when you give your heart to somebody and you don't even realize they are the enemy, that's traumatizing on the emotional aspects of things, because you're giving that trust to that person, and they're really taking that trust and bending it emotionally uh, to you, making you feel less than. So your boundaries weren't high enough. Maybe they crossed those boundaries several times. And this is where you needed to step up and put those boundaries in place. And the first time they ever did it, that was when you should have walked away and not given them a second chance. I feel like with this, you're learning a lesson here. Yeah, there's some friendly support out there that you may have gotten to do with getting over this, I feel. Let's just see how they really feel about you. Now, I mean, they may not realize that they Well, maybe they are realizing that they're what they're doing to you for your self-worth. Dreams come true. So, hmm, yeah, things were hidden and there was unexpected connections that you maybe didn't know about that you found out about, or this would be exactly what happens the next time if you were to go back. So, did you learn the lesson? This may be a test towards you. There may be some magnetism here, but I feel like it's the charm and the maybe saying all the right things. Interesting enough. Some type of magnetism that you're drawn to this person, but I feel like you might be seeing through that now, that this may not affect you. I'm getting your sexy little smile isn't going to do it for me this time. So interesting enough. Let's just see what's going down here for actions when it comes to this. All right. There's an opportunity for this person to come back. They're going to give you all these rainbows and dolphins and all these great things that this is what happiness could be all about. But you've already seen what's here. Like, you've already been illuminated to this projection of happiness that they're trying to make you feel like it's an opportunity for you to get back with them, when really the opportunity is theirs to come back to treat you just the same, to do what they were doing before. It was like they were single when you weren't around. It was perfect. It was a dream come true to them because they could hide that. And that idea of hiding it from you may have been very satisfying to them because it was a secret, it was exhilarating, it was all these things that you wouldn't find out. And they may have even talked you out of thinking that, like, I would never do that to you. Yeah, right. Okay, so you're taking the lead on this. Yeah, you're going to be very diligent when it comes to this. You see the straight and narrow here. It's like you see them for who they truly are, and you're not really impressed by this. And you might even be wondering what you ever saw in them to begin with. Yeah, the potential. What did I ever see in this person to think that would ever change? Yeah, it's simple. I feel like you're seeing them for who they truly are. Those rose-colored glasses are not on any longer. You're healing that chaos when it comes to love. I feel like you're going to find that love you're looking for is what I'm getting. Yeah, the trust, they broke it. And you have to have trust in any relationship if you want it to go anywhere. You have to be able to trust your partner. And if you can't trust your partner, there's nothing there. It's just going to be going around and around in that um, karmic cycle. And it's just going to keep going around, just like the tornado in the healing here. Let's see here. Gain clarity, make order out of chaos. I like it. It's like you already know. Connect to Mother Earth. So you may have done that and you may have checked what chakras were blocked. I like this. And it might be an idea to kind of see what might be blocking those chakras. And of course, solar plex is where you find the wisdom and the power to step past that boundary and let a new love in. And it's that wisdom from the past, the lesson where you've gained that confidence in who you are, you know who you are again, you believe in yourself again, and you have that self esteem. And this is no doubts about who you are. You're able to trust your own decisions and you have the confidence to back that up, where you're going to give that ability to love and move into your heart space and that healing. It's going to heal whatever was lost in this past connection. You have a lot of compassion, you have a lot of love to give, and you may really be deep with your love. That may be where how deep you are loving, you need that same type of depth on the other side so that you're going to be loved just as much as you give. Okay. So I feel like you have the ability to express yourself, and you might even be regaining that intuition where you're not doubting it any longer. So it's really going to be to where having that awareness that you have faith, that you trust, or you're open to being trusted, or open to trusting others, and open to the blessings that are coming in for you. So, really, it's about that basic trust with the root chakra as well, and the emotions that you felt. Okay, so you need to be able to um, feel those emotions and be able to let those emotions go. So let's just see here a couple more. I feel like you're going to do that check. Have self-control, have faith. So when it comes to that self-control, you can only control self. You can't control what other people think, do, or anything else. It's not about that control. It's about loving them for who they are and what you're going to get from them, not what you think you might get later on when they grow up, or that they're worth waiting for when they do grow up. That's this romantic illusion. See them for who they are right now, not what they could be, because they may never ever step into what you think they could be. Okay, so that's where the illusion is. All right, there's a message coming in for you. Wow, passionate kisses, divine karma. Pray for what you want. Wisdom, empathic, energy readers, so you may be able to read people's energies. Spiritual practice is just that, practice. Connect with the cycles of the moon. And then we have show your creative ideas. I do like this because I feel like that might help you. Do what you love. Time to play. So get out there and have some fun. You might run into somebody that you may see yourself passionately wanting to kiss, or they may want to passionately kiss you. Maybe you even share a kiss. I don't know. You know your situation. So let's see what their initials, their letters, and their name may be. You may know who this is. You may not know who this is at all. Let's just see what happens. They have an I, so they may have an I in their name. They may have an O in their name. They may have a B in their name and a D in their name. So this is like devoting to spirit, seeing the future if you have those abilities to do so. This is peace amid chaos. So clearing away the clutter. You have things all in control for yourself. And then it's about surrendering to spirit and allowing spirit to take the wheel, essentially. So look for signs, use your intuition. You are right about these things, whatever you're feeling, see it, know it, and believe it. Okay. Now, believe, accept what is, trust your gift, change your mind on whatever it is that you maybe want to change. Okay. So, it's important that you see it for what it is. And that was a big one for me that I felt was really coming through in these messages for you today, collective. So, really make sure you're seeing things for what they really are, not what you hope they will soon be. Um, and trust that you know, okay? And don't let anyone make you doubt yourself, okay? So, anyhow, this is what I have for you, collective. So please like, share, and subscribe. Become part of Divine Oracle Tribe if you haven't done so already. All right, you guys, take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. Later.